Good Saturday, it's December 5th, and we'll talk weather for you and what we're seeing across Northern California. Right now, we are dealing with very dry conditions. Temperatures have been about 10 degrees above average for the highs, and the entire state is seeing abnormally dry conditions. About 90% of the state with almost 20% here in the red zone for extreme drought. We only really saw one big system push through, and that was in the beginning of November. Now we've been dry for almost the last month. So it has been abnormally warm as well as dry, and now we're seeing some winds also picking up. Let's take a look here at the ALMANAC because I like to see this and compare where we're at from where we should be on average. Average highs about this time of year is 56. Yesterday we saw 66. So again, 10 degrees above average. The overnight lows, though, are starting to get a little closer to where they should be. I know this time last week we saw the lows closer to about 32 degrees to 30 degrees. So we were well below average. The overnight temperatures were freezing. We even saw patchy frost in the morning on the grass. So we are improving overnight in terms of those temperatures. But hey, it's still cold. We're still in the 30s, right? We're still getting close, though, to the record. 69 is the record set in 2014. So we're getting closer, and we may even see record temperatures by Monday as temps will be right around 68 to 70 degrees. We'll keep our eye on that for you as we move through the work week. Now let's talk winds, because currently for your Saturday morning, we're looking at calm to light winds. And I want to show you this because this is what's been affecting the air quality out there. We've been looking at unhealthy for sensitive group air quality from Sacramento, San Joaquin, and Stanislaus counties because there's really just no dispersion of these pollutants. Basically, they're settling over the area. When you get the wood burning fireplaces, the pellet stoves, all of those emissions just go up in the air and then they're getting trapped from a little bit of a thermal belt that's happening in the foothills. So what happens is we're seeing the rise and then they're just sitting around with no wind to push them out. So that's where we're starting to see the unhealthy for sensitive group range. We will start to get some winds, though. They'll start picking up as we move first in the high Sierra and the coastal range on Saturday night into Sunday. And then we'll see them really picking up for the valley by Monday into Tuesday morning. So although we are getting the cool start, we are seeing those warmer afternoons. The headlines for the week is the possibility of rain. Yes, we are seeing precipitation pushing through, just not for the Sacramento area. It's really much further north. We're talking Humboldt County, Shasta, Siskiyou Mountain passes, all the way up into Oregon, Washington. So basically Sacramento South, really no big chance here. If you happen, I'm talking a 10 to 20% chance at this point, to get a drop on your window, that's the extent of that. An elevated fire concern Sunday to Monday, and that's again because of the dry conditions and the winds picking up. The winds are the really big concern when it comes to fire danger because they can spread fires very quickly. We will see those winds begin picking up first for the Sierra, and what we're experiencing right now is a high pressure system that's been keeping us dry. Now, although there's been a few low pressure systems out there in the Pacific, all of them have been shifting their way all the way up into the Gulf of Alaska and all the way up into Canada. Now, the extended cold front you see with that low, that's the only thing that could help us out, right? Except when it starts shifting, it's really just pushing its way right up there because the jet stream is not allowing it to push its way into California. So there's the lack of rain for us. You can see a small line here in that green, this line that's pushing a little bit of rain and developing rain. It's shifting its way up toward the north and toward the east. So unfortunately for us, that doesn't mean we're going to see any rain or even snow for the high Sierra. So let's play it out for you, see what we're looking at. We'll get a few clouds rolling in overnight, and that's the extent of the front pushing through. As we get to 6 p.m., that could be our smallest chance of rain if anything does decide to form. Off the coast there, Fort Bragg, Ukiah, looking at a bit of rain. And again, that's going to be shifting its way north. This is the next best chance we have is right here. And we get it near possibly Santa Rosa, but at this point it looks like it's deteriorating and we see most of it leaving us by 7:30 a.m. on Monday. Most of the clouds leave the area, and then here's when the wind starts setting in. We get the wind start picking up first for the Sierra at about 8:30 p.m. for Saturday night, and then we start to see the winds for the coastal range in the Sierra Sunday night. You see the valley still about 10 to maybe 15 mile per hour winds in Marysville. And then finally here, Monday morning, 4:30 a.m., you see the Sierras really bright here in orange, as well as the coastal range. But the winds in the valley also start picking up to about 15 miles per hour. Now, these are just the regular wind, sustained wind speeds. When we talk about wind gusts, those can get as high as 25 to 30 miles per hour as we start moving through Monday. So this is where we see the elevated threat for concern of PG&E power shutoffs is right around here into the foothills, where we could see drastic shifts in wind and wind gusts. Of course, a lot of the power lines also lying right there through some of the foothills. So that'll be the concern as we start monitoring a lot of the winds and the wind shifts moving from Monday into Tuesday. Let's talk temperatures. Still the mid-60s this week. This is the day on Monday I think we may actually set a record. Upper 60s, so we could get anywhere from 68 to 70 degrees. We'll keep an eye on this temperature for the afternoon high on Monday, possibly break a record. Mid-60s through the week, and then into next week, we're actually looking at temperatures dropping down to the lower 60s, closer to average, and we'll see those mid-30s overnight.